Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we're going to be checking out the Nintendo Direct that aired on September 14th of 2023. I've heard a couple of things that were announced here, which is a couple of them sound pretty cool, but for the most part, I understand that this is mostly games that are coming out soon. There was no mention of the next Nintendo Switch console, which I'm not surprised. They're going to do one last big marketing push. They also need to sell those new Mario-themed Switch OLEDs before they, show off their new console, which will then slow down the sales of the base Nintendo Switch considerably. And as long as that Switch successor is backwards compatible, as long as I can put all my physical Switch games in there, I don't give a shit. I will buy that thing day one. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to see what Nintendo had to share with us. So, let's get started. Loud. Settle in. Get all cozy. Splatoon! Apparently people were really pissed about something that happened at Splatfest. I don't pay enough attention to esports in general, let alone Splatoon esports, but... Splatoon characters have such fun designs. Like, I really like them a lot. The name like that, I could only imagine was the worst thing than it most like. Well, Splatfest is just what they call like the general esports event for Splatoon. Like, it's essentially like their Capcom Cup. Their worlds, if you want to make like the league comparison. The zombie mode, they already had something like it. I forget what it was called, but this looks like an evolution of it because there was already one available in the base game. There's a few PvE options.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct. You just saw a new trailer for Wave 2 of the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass DLC, Side Order. This brand new story is set in the Spire of Order, where you will strengthen your character's abilities as you ascend the Spire's floors. We are developing this single-player DLC so it can be played over and over again. It's planned to release in spring 2024, so please look forward to
roguelike. That's fine.
Okay, let's see our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
The toys are back in town.
This is the remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Mario! Here we go! The rivalry that heated up on the Game Boy Advance system reignites on the Nintendo Switch system. With his eyes on the prize, Donkey Kong has stolen all the mini Mario toys from the factory. And it's up to Mario to track him down.
There wasn't very many of them if they fit into one bag.
In each stage, contraptions and other challenges await. Observation and action are vital to your success. Mario needs to reach the key, but he can't quite cross the gap. That monkey's tail looks a little suspicious, though, doesn't it? If Mario does this, now he can get across and safely grab the key. Platform too high? Reach it with a handstand jump or a backflip.
So it's literally just Mario puzzle. Which is fine.
Observe and act. packed to collect mini Marios, clear stages, and face Donkey Kong head-on. In this updated version of the game, you can play with a friend in local co-op. However you choose to puzzle your way through, it's up to you to recover the toys.
Were your feet immune to bricks, but your head wasn't?
Nintendo Switch, February 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Please buy this before we show off the next system. Of course, with as many games as they're still pushing for the Switch, the next game, the next system, like, has to be backwards compatible.
Guide Sargon as he sets off to save the Prince of Persia and restore the world's balance.
Apparently, this game is fantastic.
Of the Prince of Persia series, this game features 2D, side-scrolling action-adventure gameplay. Dash through breathtaking environments in a mythological, Persian-inspired world. But don't linger too long if you hope to survive. Harness sword and bow techniques, as well as time powers, to best these hostile lands.
A little bit more active than the original Prince of Persia, Athena.
And learn new abilities that expand his arsenal. Equip amulets to further boost your abilities, among other perks.
I like how somebody was able to start from scratch and make an entire Prince of Persia game before Ubisoft was able to finish the Sands of Time remake that they announced like 8 years ago. Well, that's cool as hell.
To save the prince and discover the mysteries of Mount Calf. When Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown launches on the Nintendo Switch system January 18th. You can receive the in-game Warrior Within outfit by pre-ordering the game from Nintendo eShop. These games will help you chase your passions. Rev up.
It's an ad for
true
Chase credit cards.
Racing in Horizon Chase 2. Speed through stunning environments, each with its own dynamic art style.
Man, huge Outrun vibes.
Your rivals on the road. Play the main campaign to unlock vehicles.
Yeah, I agree, Athena. It is a very nice nod to the original. Of course, I feel like if you tried to make even a one-to-one remake of the original, but with like modern graphics, it would just do terribly. That's a game that is old, like that's too old.
In couch co-op or online. Go full throttle in Horizon Chase 2.
Man, can the Switch 2 have better online? Because man, Switch Online sucks.
Musical mayhem in this rhythm-based adventure. Time your button presses with the music to solve puzzles and battle bosses.
Unfortunately, it is not Outrun.
Over 30 thrilling tracks await, including music.
Nothing can be Outrun besides Outrun. And even Outrun isn't as good as our nostalgia-riddled brains remember it.
Or jam together in local or online play. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle launches on Nintendo Switch November 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Anya.
Anya Forger has a new assignment from school, creating a photo diary. On weekdays, you'll head to class, then enjoy family time in the evenings. On days off, you can visit all sorts of exciting places, like the beach or an art museum, in search of subjects to photograph. How will you spend your time with friends and family?
As cute as this isn't the game that we want. We want Splinter Cell or Assassin's Creed where we play as Yor. That's what we really want. We want to play as Assassin Mommy and just murder people. We want Hitman Yor Edition.
The game is back with updated graphics. Let's go over some new and returning gameplay features.
Oh.
Time your button presses with action commands to increase damage dealt or decrease damage received. When you time your attacks perfectly, you can now damage all enemies at once.
So I know we're getting a full remake right here of Super Mario RPG, which is awesome, right?
When it's full, you can unleash the
I am very curious if at some point we will get the old one ported. Like, they're gonna grab as many sales from the remake as they can, right? And then I wonder if, like, late next year, if we'll get the old one available on
during your adventure, you'll
as a port.
Because
there'll be people that'll still want to play the old one, right?
Clearing the game, you can fight some of them
Is this the Paper Mario reboot? No, this is a remake of Super Mario RPG, which was on the Super Nintendo. It was made by Square Enix. Right around the same time as Chrono Trigger. Many people consider it to be
Set
one
off
of
for
the
adventure
best
with
turn-based
Mario and
RPGs
friends
of all time.
When Super Mario RPG launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 17th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Hey. Look alive. We're almost there.
The Nintendo DS game, Trace Memory, returns on the Nintendo Switch system as another code to memories.
I do not know El
One day,
Canadiano.
a young girl named Ashley receives a letter from the father she thought had passed away. Seeking answers, she sets off for the solitary Blood Edward Island in search of him. Once there, Ashley encounters puzzles and obstacles that hinder her investigation.
I've heard that these games are really good. I have never heard of them until I saw the people talking about them on Twitter, though, because of this game being announced.
Can you see me?
She also meets a mysterious boy. What truths await Ashley in this place?
And no matter how hard I try, I can't remember Dad's face.
Sounds emotional.
Who are you?
The sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America, is also included.
So this is
Oh,
like
cool.
Juliet, huh?
Play both games to experience the full story. Unravel both adventures, fully enhanced for Nintendo Switch, when Another Code Recollection launches January 19th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
No physical version?
Another Code Recollection includes 2 games, the Nintendo
Yes,
DS game
yeah.
Trace Memory,
Paper
and
Mario
its
did have
sequel, which was never
one of the
released in
Paper
North
Mario, or the
America.
older Paper
Both
Mario
games
games also
are
had some
fully
turn-based
enhanced
elements
on
in them.
Nintendo Switch. Please look forward to playing
More
them
recent
early
ones do
next
not.
year. Next, please take a look at this.
Oh, is this finally the Princess Peach game? Do we finally get to see some actual details about this?
One day, a loyal toad presented a flyer advertising a show at the Sparkle Theater. Princess Peach and some toads went to go see it, but then... The Wicked Grape and the Sour Bunch suddenly made their grand entrance and took center stage.
The Wicked Grape and the Sour
Now,
Bunch?
It's up to Peach and the theater's guardian Stella to save the play and the day. This perfect performance has become a terrible tragedy. Luckily, Peach can use the power of Stella's ribbon to face off against the
I thought
Sour
Peach was
Bunch.
about to go Super Saiyan.
The ribbon alone won't always cut it, though. So let's do this.
Let's get a fucking sword.
Whoa, Peach transformed
Yeah!
into Sword Peach. By transforming, she can use fantastic show-stopping abilities. Fend off the Sour Bunch with
Is that witch
sensational
time?
swordplay. Can Peach save this performance and its performers? There are more stolen shows to save. Valuable artifacts
Gotta go to
from
different
this museum
stages, you
have
know?
gone missing. Become Detective Peach, investigate clues, and
So
track
cute.
down who done it. Desserts have been snatched from this sweets festival. Turn into Patissiere Peach and save it from a sugar crash. The Sour Bunch got their hands on this martial arts school. Become Kung Fu Peach and take it back from these foul fiends.
Peach guest fighter in Tekken 8, please. Give
Many
me
other
Tifa Lockhart
transformations are
and
just
Peach,
behind the curtain.
Princess Peach, as guest
The
fighters in
stage is
Tekken
set.
8.
Our leading lady is ready for the spotlight. Princess Peach.
Choose some other,
showtime.
like,
Makes
you know,
its debut
powerful
on
women
Nintendo
across video
Switch,
games and
March
just give us a
22nd.
dedicated DLC
Pre-orders
of,
begin
like,
today
badass
on
women.
Nintendo eShop.
That was a new look at Princess Peach Showtime. In
Looks great.
Peach's latest adventure, the gameplay changes depending on her transformations. It looks like there are more transformations beyond the ones we showed today, so please stay tuned. Let's continue with some more headlines.
A new saga begins. A
Really?
multi-layered RPG full of rich stories awaits in Saga Emerald Beyond.
Saga is so
6
niche.
heroes to choose from. A young man who fights with sentient puppets.
Like, even within the
A witch
JRPG
disguised as a schoolgirl to mask her identity.
fan base, Saga is
A
niche.
crime-fighting duo chasing down a mysterious organization. A songstress mech who lost her voice and body. And a king of darkness who was recently reawakened. Select a hero, then follow their journey through 17 interconnected worlds as they strive to achieve their goals. How the story unfolds is in your hands. The choices you make can unlock different paths, more than ever before seen in the Saga
Man,
franchise.
Square Enix, you know, you're allowed to dedicate
Fight
a
in
little
timeline
more
battles,
budget
turn-based combat
to
in which
your
turn order is
side
crucial
series.
to victory. Use special techniques to control the order of actions, or activate team combos to swing the tide of battle in your favor. Saga Emerald Beyond launches on Nintendo Switch next year. The legendary
Square Enix
Raider
just
returns.
complained in an earnings call about the poor
first 3
performance of
Tomb
some of their
Raider games,
side
all with
series
upgraded
and like their
visuals
smaller
are venturing onto
releases,
Nintendo
and like
Switch
you're
in
not
one
proving
daring
you're gonna do
collection.
anything different.
As the fearless archaeologist, Lara Croft, you'll travel the world and face
Oh
off
no!
against deadly foes.
The
and
pointed
even
boobs are
deadlier
gone.
legends.
Who wants to
Climb,
play this anymore?
backflip, and swan dive through perilous quests spanning different countries and mythologies. Along the
I
way,
wonder if they
you'll
still
solve
control
puzzles
like
to
ass.
uncover treasures of the ancient world. And
I gotta say,
unravel
I played
mysteries
these
lost
back
to
in the day.
ravages of
I
time.
thought they were terrible
This faithfully
games.
remastered
They did
trilogy
not
comes
play
with all the
well, in my
expansions
opinion.
And secret levels for each game. You can also toggle between the original polygon look and the upgraded visuals at
Oh,
any
if you want
time.
pointed boobs, you can have them. All right.
Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered, starring Lara Croft, launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Control like ass. Is that the cousin of Hips Don't Lie? I guess. Yeah, sure.
This detective's got a second bolt of brilliance.
Here's our annual Pokemon game.
Every great detective starts their day early.
This is Rhyme City, a place where humans and Pokemon coexist. The detective duo of Pikachu and his partner Tim
Tim Goodman?
investigate various cases. while
Harry
searching
Goodman.
for Harry, Tim's missing father. Tim interviews people. Pikachu interviews Pokemon, and they find the truth together. They'll
Need
also
coffee,
rely on
Pikachu?
other
That's got to be
Pokemon
a
to broaden the
special
scope of their
catch in Pokemon
investigations.
Go at some point, right?
Follow
Just a
Sense
Pikachu with a coffee
Growlithe.
cup.
Smash rocks with Darmanitan. And peer through walls with Luxray.
An actual Detective Pikachu game a few years late. I mean, I guess if you're comparing it to the movie,
Can
but
Tim and Pikachu
Detective
solve
Pikachu
all the
was on like
mysteries and
the
find Harry?
Game Boy Advance, or is it just the
Find
DS?
out
There's
when
older
Detective
Detective
returns.
Pikachu games.
Launches on Nintendo Switch October 6th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. This game's a real toot. Raise your brass for the quirky rhythm game, Trombone Champ. Play the notes in time with the music as best you can. But how you play that horn is up to you. You can use gyro controls to adjust the pitch up and down. Or the IR motion camera on the right Joy-Con controller. The
Oh my
controls
god,
are
that's the
pretty
best
unique.
worst way to play I've ever
Mastering
seen.
every control
Using the
scheme
IR
won't be a
cameras
walk
on
in the
the
park.
bottom of the freaking Joy-Cons.
Hug your way through nearly 50 songs spanning various genres, from classical to electronica and everything in between. Plus, up to 4 musicians can band together in local multiplayer. trombone champ slides onto Nintendo Switch later today.
Yay.
Battle your way to victory in these Nintendo Switch games.
Oh, we getting the Cavalcade one?
10 teams of 3 will duke it out for survival in this online battle royale brawler.
Battle
Knock your
Crush?
opponent's
So
health down to
it's
zero
not
and
Pokemon
deliver a
Unite,
finishing
but it
blow.
wants to be. Got it. Okay.
Or shove them off the collapsing terrain to win. Choose
Shovelware.
from 15 heroes, each inspired by a different mythology. Work with your allies to be the last team standing. Battle Crush is free to play and launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch next spring. A closed beta test will be available this October. Lead your mercenaries to fame and fortune in this open-world tactical RPG. Take up various contracts, from protecting townsfolk from thieves to vanquishing the land's most notorious figures. Before battle, equip your mercenaries with
Hey,
the
so
best
we know
gear
that
and
you
skills
can't
to
play
claim
Baldur's
victory
Gate 3
and
on
live
the
to see
Switch,
another
so we
day.
brought you War
Up to
Tales
4 players
instead.
online can jointly command a troop and journey
Can we get
together
Baldur's Gate 3 on the
across
Switch?
this
No, we
vast
have
world.
Baldur's Gate 3 at home.
War Tales
Baldur's Gate
launches
3 at
as a
home.
timed console exclusive on Nintendo Switch later today. Run and gun in this reimagining of the beloved NES classic, Contra.
Is it
Blast
like
through
actually
explosive
Contra?
stages with a devastating arsenal of weapons to
It looks
crush
like
the
Contra.
Red Falcon forces.
The last
Spring into
Contra game
action
was
with easy
ass.
Pick up and play controls and a variety of difficulty options. This reimagining from Konami and Way Forward features new weapons, enemies,
Yeah, it looks like Contra.
powerful super attacks, and a 4-player co-op mode.
Sweet.
Contra Operation Galuga storms onto the Nintendo Switch system early next year.
Galuga!
Liberate your kingdom. Reclaim your destiny.
'Tis a grievous tale which speaks of Fevrith, one of stolen destiny, stolen minds, and stolen nations. Yet as the world stands consumed by immense evil, a fallen prince shall rise again, ring of legend lighting his path.
That is the Ring of the Unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornia's royal lineage. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil.
Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother.
Freely traverse an expansive world. Gather new allies, forge your bonds, and lead the liberation to glorious victory. Cultivate a grand army with over 60 unique characters, from humans and elves to massive beasts and heavenly angels.
Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled.
Atlas and Vanillaware present the rebirth of tactical fantasy RPGs. Unicorn Overlord. Available March 8th, 2024.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you just pick 2 fantasy words out of a bag? Like, you went the Square Enix route, where Square Enix had been like, triangle strategy. There's a game. Various day life. There's a game. Octopath Traveler. Yeah, there's a game. And freaking Atlas and Vanilla were like, that's a great idea. Fucking Unicorn Overlord. There you go. I actually really kind of liked the way the game looked. The name is fucking terrible. But the game itself, I was kind of on board for. Luigi's Mansion?
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
Nice.
Welcome to Evershade Valley.
See, this is also why I feel like the Switch 2 is almost guaranteed to be backwards compatible. Nintendo, for the last 6 years, has just been like non-stop going to town on getting everything from their old systems onto the Switch, and I can't believe that Nintendo is going to want to throw that away.
Vacuum up objects.
Like, because now we have, like, every single company is just, like, going so hard on, like, porting HDs, remasters, and stuff of their games. Most often on the Nintendo Switch. There's a whole shitload of these remakes and remasters and ports and stuff that are on the Switch that aren't on PlayStation, aren't on Xbox, aren't on PC.
In this game, you'll find ghosts haunting, a former plant research lab, a broken down clock factory that's full of sand.
Why would they go with Intel or AMD or even something like Qualcomm or MediaTek? What do you mean, El Canadiano? For the Switch 2?
These troublemakers will use every trick in the book to block your path.
But yeah, because like now all of Luigi's Mansion's available on the Switch, right?
Save the day? Looking for other ghost
Nintendo
hunters?
is looking to make a backwards compatible Switch 2.
Can do some
I honestly expect the Switch 2.
Different multiplayer modes.
I think we actually already know the chip that's in the Switch 2. I think it's a collab with Intel. I mean, not Intel, Nvidia.
How was that?
I think.
Next,
I recall
we have
someone
two
talking
announcements
about
to
it
share.
recently.
First, please take a look at this video. What's that? It's a large question block. Actually,
Yeah.
this question block currently appears on the roof of the previously announced Nintendo Gallery that's under construction in Uji City, Kyoto Prefecture. The
Okay.
official name of this gallery will be the Nintendo Museum.
Cool.
At the Nintendo Museum, a wide variety of Nintendo products from the company's history will be displayed. Construction is going well, and we plan to finish up by March 2024.
Sweet.
We'll share more information, such as the opening date, at another time. Please stay tuned.
Yeah, I believe it's a
Next,
Nvidia
we'd
chip
like to
that they are
share some
developing
updates
in
on
collaboration with
upcoming Amiibo
Nintendo.
figures.
Like, it's not one that's
The
just
Zelda
markedly
and
available.
Ganondorf
It's its
Amiibo
own chip.
figures are releasing on November 3rd. And Amiibo figures of Noah and Mio from the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game will be released as a set on January 19th, 2024.
Those are already sold out, I bet, if
And
they're
finally,
available
we
for
have a new
pre-order
Amiibo
anywhere.
figure to announce. The DLC fighter from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sora from Kingdom Hearts, is on the way. With the release of Sora, everyone is here from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in Amiibo form. Please look forward to its release next year.
No, I've never been into Amiibos. Not even a little bit.
For today's Amiibo
And that's somebody with, like,
Next,
big,
please take a
expensive
look at
figures
this.
sitting around this room. F-Zero?
The first F-Zero game returns as a 99-player battle royale. F-Zero 99.
Why?
Race on classic F-Zero courses with machines from the original Super NES game. Tear through courses in high-speed races, but be careful. Your power meter will decrease if you crash into pilots or guardrails. If it hits 0, you're out. You'll need to avoid collisions and conserve your power meter to stay in the race. Feeling risky? Spend some of your power meter for a temporary speed boost. You can also collect Super Sparks, which appear when machines collide, to boost up to a special path called the Skyway. It's your best chance at bypassing your rivals and jumping into a higher position. Complete goals while you're racing to unlock cosmetic options for your machine. 99 players, one winner.
You know,
It's
there's
time
a
to
whole
race
lot of
your
people that
way to
really
first
wanted
place.
another F-Zero game.
Because F-Zero 99
And the
will be
monkey
available
paw
exclusively
curled
for active Nintendo
when they
Switch
made their
Online
request.
members later today.
More than 30 years after its original release, F-Zero is back as a battle royale game.
Shame.
This title also supports the Super NES controller available exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members. We hope you will give it a try and aim for first place. Okay, let's continue with some more headlines.
One little hero, one humongous problem.
Those are League of Legends characters.
Welcome to Bandle City, a whimsical land inhabited by small fuzzy beings called Yordles. After a party gets a little too wild, the portals holding the land together collapse and throw everything into chaos. It's up to you and your knitting magic to stitch Bandle City back together. Journey across the land to gather materials and craft items and meals for the locals. As you continue gathering and crafting, you can weave together new upgrades by unlocking more branches of the skill tree. Enchant your experience even further.
So I have a
embarking on
friend
quests and hosting festivals
who
for the
really
community.
loves Yordles,
Can you save Bandle City?
and they have
And what
wanted a
mysteries will
Yordle
you
game for
discover
a
during your
while.
magical adventure.
I don't know how they'll feel about a
Bandle Tale,
farming
a League of
simulator
Legends story,
Yordle game.
launches on Nintendo Switch next year. Wait, did you hear that? Join best friends Nunu and Willem on a journey across the frozen wilds of the Freljord. Jump, climb, and sled your way through a beautiful yet treacherous land, where every step taken and each puzzle solved will bring you closer to the truth about these friends and their past. Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story, launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 1st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Let's move into Formation.
Wario?
Trip with these shops doesn't feel like a prize.
Greetings! Welcome to the island.
This tropical resort contains tons of micro games that'll get your body moving. In each micro
You
game,
just made
get
that
into a
poor
specific
human being
pose
lay an
called
egg.
A form. Copy the form shown, then perform the correct action as quick as you can.
Hand model.
The micro games will come one after another, so look alive.
That's all well and fine,
Plus,
outside
the
of
4
you
players
making
can
somebody
battle it
poop
in
out an
party
egg.
mode. Reach the goal without getting caught by Medusa.
Freeze!
Or settle the score in an arena to be the last one posing. With over 200 lightning-fast micro games and multiplayer modes aplenty, everyone's in for a wacky time. WarioWare Move It launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
All right. Congratulations, people. You got another WarioWare game. I hope it's everything you wanted.
Soon unfold.
Is this game ever coming out?
Lead an army of over 100 heroes into battle and put an end to an empire's invasion.
I feel like I heard about Eden
Meet
Chronicles
Noah,
100
a
Heroes
humble
like
villager.
5 years ago.
Sane, an officer from the Empire, and Marissa, a forest guardian. These three band together to fight for a common goal. On their journey, they'll meet a variety
This
of
is the
heroes
spiritual
who can join
successor
their
to
cause.
Suikoden, by the way.
This is your home base, known as the headquarters. As allies join you, additional facilities will become available. You'll be able to tend crops, open shops, and more.
Which is super cool. The
Each
game looks
hero
and sounds
you
very
encounter has
promising,
their
but I
own
feel like it's
backstory
just
and
been like
motivation.
MIA for years.
They
But
may
I also
not
don't have a
always
good
get along
concept
at
of time
first,
anymore,
But these
so.
conflicts may strengthen the bonds between your heroes.
That
Trust,
frame rate, though.
betrayal, justice, and truth. A heroic tale will begin when Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes launches on Nintendo Switch, April 23rd.
We'll see.
Participate in some pixel-perfect play. Next stop, Octopia. Travel to a charming parallel world in this paid
Eastward
DLC for
Octopia
Eastward.
from Chucklefish.
Help Sam and John turn the pages of a new chapter as they adjust to country life in a mountainside village. Tend to livestock. Whip up culinary delights for your neighbors.
That was a cow that had
and
wings.
Restore buildings to help the village thrive. And if you're new to Eastward, don't worry. You can access the DLC even if you haven't played the main story. Eastward Octopia.
I don't know what that
Ventures onto
means.
Nintendo Switch this holiday. Get back into the groove.
War Groove.
In this sequel to War Groove, charge across 3 tactical campaigns with valiant factions.
And for everyone who's
including a new
grumpy about
mouse
Advance
faction,
Wars, just go play War
Mafari.
Groove. It's really good.
Plus, you can now supercharge your commander's groove to unleash devastating attacks. Lead a roguelike offensive in conquest mode. Battle friends locally or online. Or create and share your own cutscenes and campaigns. War Groove 2 marches onto Nintendo Switch as a console exclusive October 5th.
Get out of my way!
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Dave the Diver.
Dive and
But yeah,
catch
if
fish
you
by
if you
day.
like Advance Wars or want to
Then
try a game
serve
like
them as
Advance Wars
sushi
and
by
don't want to
night
spend the
and the
$60 on
aquatic
the remake
adventure,
of Advance Wars
Dave
1
the
and 2,
Diver.
War Groove, it's like $20. It's good.
Use
It's
the fish you
fantasy
caught to
based
concoct
instead of
recipes
modern,
and create the
like
day's menu.
warfare based,
Then
but
tend to the clamoring customers at your sushi restaurant. Explore an ever-changing underwater world to find
I saw
the
people
best
talking about Dave the
ingredients
Diver a
and
lot,
strive to
about how
exceed
it's
culinary
unfortunately a
expectations.
casualty of 2023.
Dave the Diver launches first for consoles on the Nintendo Switch system October
Because we've had
26th.
so many
Pre-orders and a
fantastic
free
games
demo
in
swim onto
2023
Nintendo eShop later today.
that a good game like Dave the Diver just couldn't get the attention it
Final
needed
wave is racing
or
in.
deserved.
Here's a sneak peek at Wave 6, the final wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. From the Mario Kart Wii game, Daisy Circuit. More returning characters are also being added in Wave 6. From the Mario Kart Double Dash game, Diddy Kong. From Mario Kart Wii, Funky Kong. And from the Mario Kart Tour game, Pauline. And also, Key Jet. Wave 6 of the Mario Kart
How many
8
more
Deluxe
sales
Booster
does
Course
Mario
Pass
Kart
DLC for
8
the Mario
need
Kart 8
to
Deluxe
be
game
the best-selling
drives
game of
onto
all
Nintendo
time?
Switch
It's
this
not that far
holiday.
away, if I remember
Active
correctly.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own. Something new is among us.
Really? What? Just a new map? Or a new mode? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, well that that sucks. I'm not sure what the new mode would be, but new map, okay. The fungal?
This new map for Among Us is free and launches this October.
The fungal? The fungus jungle?
think?
Okay.
Thanks for sticking with us this far.
Hey, we're almost done.
Next up, we'd like to recap some of the previously announced Nintendo titles you can look forward to playing from September onwards.
From
Let's take a
this
look.
direct or just in general? Pokemon DLC. Detective Pikachu. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Again, showing this poor kid poop an egg. Mario RPG. Mario Kart DLC. Pokemon DLC. Another Code. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Princess Switch Showtime. So we have Tokyo Game Show
We hope you're looking forward to these upcoming titles.
in like a week?
This next
Then
video will
in
be
1
our
or 2
last
weeks.
announcement. Please take a look.
We have Tokyo Game Show in 1 or 2 weeks, and then we have the Game Awards, and then there's normally a Nintendo Direct around like February. So maybe at the Game Awards or the February Direct, we will see the Switch 2. Paper Mario. Finally getting a port of the game that probably one of the most requested games from the Nintendo GameCube ever. Should have sold my physical copy for the GameCube when I had the chance. Game's really good, by the way. Played the bejesus out of it on the GameCube. Definitely recommend. I wonder if they'll rebalance it. The original game wasn't that easy. It was good, but like definitely had some challenge to it. When in 2024?
Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will return with enhanced graphics. Whether you played the original or have yet to play it, we hope you look forward to experiencing this adventure in a paper world starring Mario and friends. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Hang on.
Enhanced graphics.
So, something interesting. I fully well believe that this game will be perfectly able to run on the Nintendo Switch. But nowhere in this announcement for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door do they actually say that it is coming to Nintendo Switch. It says, so the Switch little click showcase thing, the red, not here at the beginning, just opens up on the book, right? None of the little click. And at the end, when they show it off here, hang on. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. There's a Nintendo Switch icon on this screen. But there wasn't anywhere else. It wasn't on the 2024. He didn't say coming to Nintendo Switch. I was like, man, they could totally pull one over on you if they wanted to and be like, yeah, it's only available on the Switch too.
Whether you played the original or have yet to play it, we hope you look forward to experiencing this adventure in a paper world starring Mario and friends.
See, again, though, like we were talking about earlier, there is so much that is all so hyper-focused on the Switch. Like, I can't imagine that Nintendo is interested in leaving this library behind, right? Because the Switch is so insanely successful. Like, while I complain all the time about how underpowered the Switch is, mostly because it means that games like Astral Chain and Bayonetta 3 and stuff run like shit on it. Or, I mean, I want to say like Pokemon Violet and Scarlet run like shit. I don't know if that's the Switch's fault. I mean, it might be, but it also might be because freaking the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are just expected to crank out Pokemon games at least once a year. And so it might just be that it's just so unoptimized that it just runs like crap and garbage, right? But, I mean, there is a argument to be made of being able to brute force things a little bit more. And so, like, that's one of the reasons that I really want a Switch successor, is just so it's a more powerful system so that some of these games that don't run very well on it might run better on whatever its successor is, right? Same with games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. All of the Warriors games, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, freaking Fire Emblem Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, those all run okay, but they don't run great. You know, I would really love something that can really support these action games in a way that makes them run smoothly. But they have such a successful system, such a successful platform. They have so many big games coming out on it. I own more games for my Nintendo Switch than I own for my PlayStation 4 and 5 combined. Like, and it's not even close. Now, mind you, I do have a gaming PC, so a lot of the games that I might have bought on the PlayStation, I buy on the PC instead. But, I mean, there's a lot of games that are Switch exclusives that are just Switch exclusives, and that's a big deal, right? That they just don't, they don't escape the Switch. And that's a whole different conversation, but it does mean that I am very interested in committing to whatever the Switch successor is, because they've proven that it's a really supported and good platform. And I'm ready for that to show up. But that was a pretty good direct. There wasn't anything that I was super hyped about. If I was to pick something that I'm like, yes, that's what I want to play, it's probably fucking Unicorn Overlord. As terrible as that name is, where was it? Unicorn Overlord. It was right here. Yeah, this game looks pretty sweet. I like the way that this looks a lot. Like, there's a whole bunch of questions I have, mechanically speaking, in terms of, like, I can't fully tell if we're looking at, like, a Fire Emblem style or if it's, like, a Advance Wars style, but the visual style and the general vibe and tone that I'm getting from this game is pretty sweet. Terrible, terrible, terrible name. Oh my god, is that name trash. But I do like the way the game looks quite a bit. Riot Games, and Paper Mario, I don't think I give one fuck about the Bandle City Yordle farming simulator game. The Nunu and Willump game does look pretty cool, though. And I have already played the 1000-Year Door, so it's not, like, super high up on my priority list, but it is really, really cool that it's going to be an option and it's going to be available, because yeah, it's one of those games that people for the longest time were like, yes, please. I would really love for, like, really, I'm going to say I would really love for these old Mario games to be available on modern platforms. But really, what that actually needs to be said is I want all old games available on modern platforms, especially if they were even marginally successful. Because there's also plenty of niche games that were like cult classics or are today heralded as some of the best games you could play that just didn't do well at the time that I would love to see available on modern platforms. And it's just a matter of getting there. God, the name's terrible. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, so yeah, that was a pretty good direct. I enjoyed it. I felt like, I can't decide if I feel like it was too long. I'm not used to these 40-minute directs. I'm used to shorter ones. There was a lot of content in it, though. The problem is when you have, like, the construction of the directs means that they announce so many games in that time that it can be really, really easy for it to just blur together and you just, like, forget half the things that were announced. Thankfully, at least on the direct here, they have all of the games listed out in chapters for the video, which is very helpful. But, yeah, nothing that I'm super stoked about. God, do I want Fallout 3 in a new engine-like game, but it's the worst of the Bethesda game, yet best world of them. I mean, give them time. You'll probably see it in some form. They love selling us nostalgia and our childhoods, so we'll probably see it there. All right. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. How'd you feel about the Nintendo Direct? Is there anything you're super excited about? Is there anything that you were disappointed about? Was there something that you hoped would be there that wasn't? Was there something that is here that you're like, I didn't need to see that? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, how do you feel about the upcoming Switch successor? Like, they did have a showcase of it that was behind closed doors at Gamescom that showed it running like Unreal Engine 5, including the Matrix demo that was used to show off the power of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It also had onboard ray tracing and stuff. So, like, it's definitely not a weak system in a general sense. People compared it to being a little bit stronger than the PlayStation 4 Pro, but weaker than the PlayStation 5. And, on the relative power scale of the Xbox Series S. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. Or catch up with us on social media. I am on everything. Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, Discord. Pick your poison and click on the link in the description below and let's talk. Much like how we've been having a conversation with chat, because this video was recorded live on stream, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. To go to one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.